your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site. Here are a few other items in demand on our Square site. The Person Defined series, a 9-part video lecture series, comprehensively outlining the scheme to artfully deceive mankind into trading away his birthright, his natural liberties, and inherent rights. Pre-orders for The Yellow Bricks of Emerald, the first edition, offered presently as an ebook only. This book comprehensively uncovers the legal schemes, past, present, and future, of the elite powers and the U.S., subjecting American citizens to servitude and allegiance due to their own ignorance. The KnowledgeWell Video Lecture Series Trust Course, a comprehensive lecture series educating on the history, effects, and administration of the wealth-preserving, asset-protecting, private commercial entity known as a trust. Plus, we have our very own template and instructions to help you set up yours. And, coming soon, our apparel and product store for all things KnowledgeWell, including shirts, hats, jackets, cups, bumper stickers, and more. For all this and much, much more, as well as for any questions or comments, email to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com or go to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site. And now, you've been made free. What are you going to do with it?
All right, welcome in, welcome in. As usual, please come in and let me know how the sound is. On my end, it's not too good. I'll just let you know. If you remember, I worked on it. I promise I did. But it's still not where I need it to be. So I'll probably have to remove my monitoring headphones because there's a severe lag, and it's very annoying, actually, to be honest. Come on in, make sure that you hit that like button. I'll do the best I can. It's very frustrating, but there's a whole lot of other things going on. How many of you know that when it comes to divulging information, I'm looking over there, the camera is now right in front of me. So I did do some work. Not happy with the results yet, but we'll figure it out. I mean, it's like somebody's standing right next to me and they're talking at this, like they're mimicking me. So that's what I'm hearing in my monitor. It's so annoying. Make sure they come in, hit that thumbs up button. Oh, this sounds horrible. But you know that when you are disclosing things such as what we are disclosing, that, the enemy, whomever that might be, comes in and tries to affect you and stop you from what you're doing. And so I've been going through a little bit of hell on earth, but we're here. We're going to do our best to get this information, knowledge out to you. And I'll deal with my neighbor here that keeps mimicking everything I say. We'll get through this. Interesting topic. Obviously, we're talking about the mark of the beast. And we've been on this. I think it's just that time, right? It's just that time. It's time for the truth to finally be disclosed, and you know where to come to get that information. So I will not disappoint. This is what I was called for and what I am chosen to do. So I thank you, the few of you that have supported me and that continue to support me. Mad shout out to Joseph Henson, who has even kept up with me during the week, letting me know that he and Wanda are very much supporting and are on board with us. So I really appreciate you, Joseph and Wanda. Terry Camp, you've been with me for quite a while. I really appreciate that. Forgive me, I'll get used to looking over here. The camera's been over there for like 8 years, so now I gotta focus right here. Yeah. All you can do is laugh sometimes, right? You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Joseph, Terry Camp, Wanda, All Gods is in the building. All Gods has been with me. I've worked with him for a number of years now. He and his family and wife, and really appreciate them as well. Wanda Noel, you're I think the newer face here, but you've been faithful. I really appreciate you for being here, Wanda. Thank you. Let's see who else is here. Give shouts out. Yep, Joseph, Terry, Wanda, All Gods. Okay, very good. BB Productions is here. All right. And let's find the link. I think I already shared. I might have already shared it to the Facebook page. I might have already done it. All right, let's take a breather. Let's take a breath. So I might have to take intermittent breaks. So I'll just send it like to our promotional commercial. And because I have the children upstairs and they might come down and yeah, no babysitter today. So it's just us and you. All right. So if they come and bother me, they're watching a movie right now. So hopefully they'll be good. We'll get through this because we are, where's that? Beyond amazing. You know, all right. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Happy Sunday. It's July the 28th. We are moving expeditiously through time. Don't forget to use the comment section. Well, you know how to use it. Right. Don't forget to use that. If you have a question or if you have a position, whether adverse to what I'm saying or whatever, or if you want me to delve a little bit deeper, just let me know. I have no problems with that. Let's see where we're at. All right. One moment. All right. So I'll continue to work on the studio to get the sound right. It looks like in the comment section you're saying that it sounds pretty good. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. I got to get used to the mic in my face now. Kind of got moving the new mic into positions. So lots to get used to. Is the music playing in the background? Joseph Henson said, "You are the babysitter. Take as many breaks as you need." Oh, thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right. All Guys says 777. Good sound. I feel myself getting stronger. Awesome. Thank you for that confirmation. Joseph says sound is clear. All right. Appreciate that. I'm gonna do my best to put it in. I'm gonna put it in for y'all today. We're going to be, if you have your Bibles, you can turn with me to the 13th chapter of Revelations. We're going to be covering the mark of the beast from that context because it means a whole lot more than you've been told. There you are. It means a whole lot more than you've been told. I assure you of that. And you're going to see that for yourself here. You know what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do already. Just let me get warmed up here. Let me get warmed up here. All right. Now, why is this important? Let me jump in here. Why is this important? Why even bother? You can't be deceived when you know the truth. That's why the truth makes you free. You can't be enslaved. This is merely a legal construct. That's all it is. It's a legal construct. Nah. Let me get that out of your way. I don't know. I didn't take that into consideration. It's merely a legal construct. What do I mean by that? It means that a man came up with it, had a grand idea, and that usually when it comes to the elite, it's to subject other human beings, to put it plain. And that is exactly what it is. How can you call yourself a great nation? Now, wait. I'm not, this is not an anti-government rant. Let me just be clear. All right. But we got to get some facts established. This is not an anti-government rant. It's not my intent, nor is this legal advice. All right. How can you call yourself the greatest nation or blessed by God or whatever when you know that the roots upon from which you grew and the foundation upon which you established this so-called experiment had everything to do with the enslavement, the murder, let's face it, nearly an annihilation of the indigenous, including their children, their women. How could that possibly be? Enough said on that. I think we know about that. So then this is a man-made construct where the colonizer or whomever established, the founding fathers, whatever, their empire, okay, set out at all costs to rule, whether it be through indoctrination of the indigenous, whether it be to hide their identity so that they can never, sometime in the future, realize who the true owner is. Whatever, it didn't matter, because the goal was to establish the plantation. The goal was to bring in lots of profits, to capitalize at someone else's misfortune. That was the goal. Okay. Now, as you know, like Constantine, the story of Constantine and other conquerors or what have you, in their own hearts, in their own minds, they were doing what they were doing for God purposes. So you got to ask yourself, which God? Which God? Because their God might be cool with them subjecting and subverting other native people. Their God might be. See, but my God would say, be kind to others, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. My God would tell me that, but maybe their God doesn't tell them that, which makes sense, right? So in the name of their God, in the name of their religion, they're doing exactly what their God told them to do, which is to go forth and conquer using whatever means necessary. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And so, again, this system is based upon what their God told them to do, which is to conquer at all cost and build and establish your empire on top of whomever you come across. That's what their God told them to do. And that's what they are doing. And to them, they have righteous indignation. To them, they have conviction behind it. If you recall and remember in the scripture, it tells these certain people to annihilate, kill women, children, take everything. You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? So my point is, the establishers, the founding fathers, are doing exactly what they set out to do, and they are here to do that and nothing else. Now, on the world stage, when it comes to, let's say, the United Nations, when it comes to the international human rights, they look kind of silly. They look very psychotic. And so the world is now watching this little experimentation known as the United States and saying, oh, whoa, why are you doing this to your people, your own people? You're feeding your own people GMOs? We don't even allow that over here. And we're like third world country. We don't allow red number 40 in foods and stuff like that, because that stuff has been known to cause cancer. We don't allow that for our people, even though we're a third world country, and here you're a first class country. And then the United States says, well, this is our political conduct that we deem is right. And if, as long as they want to be citizens here, you have nothing to say about it. You know, so stay out of our business or we'll go to war type scenario. Okay. But again, citizenship is a legal link to the state by a social compact. What does that mean? What does that interpret? What does that mean? It means that if you voluntarily do something under social compact, then nobody else has the right to interfere with that contract between you and the state in which you reside. So nobody can come to your rescue, because it looks as if your ignorance has put you in a place where you never should have been. But if you would become educated about it, all right. Again, I don't want to make this out to be an anti-government rant. That's not my intent. It is merely to educate and educate you. And so with that being said, once again, this is merely a man-made construct, and the construct is designed to win, to remain an empire. And then it is to grow that empire, meaning I need to induct as many people here as possible. And this is why the borders are left open. Because if not the indigenous, but if the citizenry is starting to wake up and realize that something is not right, we need this plantation to continue. Remember, 1865, they abolished slavery, what is known as slavery. That means they did away with what is known as involuntary servitude, meaning you can no longer be obligated or bound to something you don't want to be involved in. But alas, they did not do away with servitude. They did away with involuntary servitude. So now in order to bind you to something, now they must get you into a contract where you say, okay, I kind of like your grass. I kind of like this over here. I kind of like that you prepare the food for me and I don't have to butcher my own animals. I kind of like that. So yes, I will sign on the dotted line and I will accept your benefit. Oh, but alas, along with that benefit comes an obligation. Yeah, that's what citizenship is. And so if you don't want to butcher your own food, that's fine. Me as government, I'll do it for you. But I'm all about the money. I'm all about profits. And so I'm going to need to make that food last longer and stay on those shelves longer. So I need to introduce preservatives and things. What, you don't like them? They pickle your insides. They do all this bad stuff to you. The GMOs, genetically modified stuff so that I can make it grow bigger and all this kind of stuff. You don't like that? Well, this is what we need to do, because we got to keep, this experiment alive. It needs to profit or be profitable. So, either you're in or you're not, citizen. So you are bound by your own will, is the way that they see it. That's contractual in nature. That's what it is. A social compact. You choose. And so the world stays is watching and saying, yeah, you're right. They could leave. They could if they wanted to. You have the right to expatriation, but they don't choose to because they, it's like you could leave home at 18, but you also are looking over there and saying, man, that's a lot of responsibility. So then mama and dad are telling you, while you're here under my roof, you're going to do what I tell you to do. And you're like, that's a hard choice to make, ain't it? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. And so the point is, in this monologue here, in this opening, this rather lengthy opening, is that you have a choice. And this is a construct. And it is operated and ran by a particular system that is the most subtle system. The scripture says the most subtle beast, which is the system, more subtle, more cunning, more crafty, employing much word art, wizardry upon you, casting spells through spelling on you than any other beast system of the field or that the Elohim had created, meaning the elitist, the upper echelon. Who creates these systems? Who makes these systems? That was Genesis chapter 3, verse 1, by the way. Who creates these systems, y'all? Does some God in an ethereal realm create these very real and tangible systems on this earth, on this plane? No. Men do. And it's always the upper echelon, the elitist, the aristocracy. You know those names. You hear them all the time. They become household now. I'm sure you can name at least 3 of them. That's how customary they are. We all know who sits at top. We all know. You might not know all of them, but you know a lot of them. And this goes in every nation. The same exact thing is happening. Nothing's different. The same, it's always the elite few that rule and govern over us. Stop me when I'm lying. It's all man-made construct. And so that's what we are talking about. That's what we are discovering. That's what we are uncovering here at KnowledgeWell Media. And the universe has me on this and it won't let me go. So I have to do what I'm called to do, what I'm chosen to do, and I have to do it correctly for the benefit of the people. And by golly, I'm going to do it. Are you with me? Can I get an amen? How's that for an opening? Oh, yeah. Maybe the universe puts me through a lot of stuff so that I can be so animated, passionate. The harder that the universe allows me to be hit over the head with life, maybe the harder I'm going to freaking disclose and uncover this. Murder. I want to say other words, but I'm going to keep it PG. I'm fired up. I'm hot. Going to the comment section. I'm so hot right now. Joseph Henson says 7. I feel myself getting stronger. BB Productions, the top 1% is keeping all the best for themselves and manipulating the way of the world to benefit themselves first. Real talk. Joseph Henson says, are with you till the end. All right, my man. I appreciate that. And I know that means Wanda's right, or Wanda is right with us. Yep, got to take some deep breaths here. All right. Let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Let me see how many people are watching. Yeah, we got to get this right. We got to get this right. All right, we got 8 people watching. We got 7 thumbs up, I think. Yeah, 7. All right, so somebody owes me 1. 1 thumb up. Hey, if we got to do this by ourselves, let's do it. The truth will be made known. All right, and here it comes. All right, let me see if I can get this right today. Okay, wait. All right. That's the beginning. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, yeah. Took the children to the beach yesterday, spent about 5 hours down there. I needed that. I needed that. It was a beautiful day. Beautiful day down there. It was about perfect 79 degrees, breezy enough to make some nice waves. The children got to jump around in the waves. It was so funny. Yeah, it was great. So we got 7 people watching and 7 thumbs up. Woohoo! 7. Speak, universe. All right. We are at Revelation chapter 3. All right, 13. Let's plug back in. Don't forget, if I fail to display that which I am reading from, then you know I'm doing something wrong. So please put me on straight street. I need y'all to have my back on that. Okay? Appreciate it. I'm just going to read 13 verse 1 because we're gonna uncover some stuff. There's some stuff we're about to learn together. And there's some stuff that I already came prepared for that the universe uploaded into me last night. All right. And I stood upon the sand of the sea. Okay. So you've heard of the Sea of Commerce, correct? There you are. You've heard of the Sea of Commerce, correct? All right. Okay. And I stood upon the sand of the Sea of Commerce, and because everything in this man-made construct has to do with sales, commerce, and trade. Okay, let me just put that out there. Anything we read from this scripture from now on, KnowledgeWellians, I need you to understand and realize that this has everything to do with commerce and trade. I am disclosing and divulging the beast and its system to you. You don't have to be deceived another day, another moment. It has everything to do with commerce and trade. That's it. It is what establishes empires, and it is the reason why empires fall. Commerce and trade. There's the disclaimer. All right, here we go. Revelations chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the Sea of Commerce. I'm going to put it into context, and saw a system, a beast. Come on here, y'all. Follow. Come on. Plug in. Take notes if you need to, but this is on recording. All right. And saw a beast system. I'm going to interpret it for you. Rise up out of the Sea of Commerce, having 7 heads of authority. Maybe presidents, maybe governors, maybe emperors, and 10 horns, symbolic of not only were they 7 heads of state per se, but they had representatively horns that symbolize how many conquered nations they might have had, how much power and authority they have garnered from their conquering quests. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And upon his horns, 10 crowns. Okay. These are all symbolic. And upon his heads, the name of blasphemy. Plug in, y'all. Make sure you're sharing this. This is the most stupendous and astounding disclosure. Listen, let's look at blasphemy so we could put this in context. What is blasphemy? And I feel what they said, the anointing back in church. I feel that right now, almost to the point of trembling. It's time. Watch this. Blasphemy. What is blasphemy? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to share it with you now. What is blasphemy? What is blasphemy? Blasphemy. We're just going to use the basic Merriam-Webster. Blasphemy, in a religious sense, which is what I bet you that's that same bug from last week. Listen, blasphemy in a religious sense, which we know that is the proper context because we are reading from the scriptures, Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, refers to great disrespect shown to God. Let me put it in context for you. Whenever we're talking about God, especially from the Bible, God is the source. It is a Germanic word. It comes from the Germanic word G-O-D-T, got. And it means the source from where all things come up. Where did man come up with this idea? Where did man come up with all of these mythological beings and entities and what have you? And creatures of state and artificial persons. Where did man come up? What is the source? What is the God that these elitists, these Elohim, where do they come up with these ideas? That's what God is. Source from where all things come up. Ask yourself again, what is man's source? What is their drive? What is their mission? Huh? Why did the founding fathers create this experiment on the backs of the indigenous people? That is the question. Who is their God? All right, blasphemy. Great disrespect shown to God, nature, the law of nature, the source of all that is natural. Blasphemy, a disrespect to the natural or to something holy. Holy means set apart. Or to something said or done that shows this kind of disrespect. It is heresy. Refers a belief or opinion that does not agree with the official belief or opinion of a particular religion. Listen, your religion, indigenous folk, melanated people, and if you don't happen to be, if you observe nature, you're a friend of God's. Your religion, if anything, is nature and its law. What goes up must come down. I'm not going to go any further than that because I don't want to turn this over into something else, right? I want to bring together and unify. I don't want to cause dissension and division, all right? But there is a right way and there is a wrong way. There is a positive and there is a negative. There is a feminine and there is a masculine. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. I love all people. I am not racist or prejudiced for anybody. I don't care what you look like, what background you come from. KnowledgeWell Media don't play that mess. Okay? But right is right and wrong is wrong. Nature is nature and artificial is artificial. So this is what blasphemy is. So let's get back to Revelations chapter 13, verse 1. Excuse me for being slow here. Woo! Yeah, it's going to be one today. It's going to be one today. It's going to be one today. Let's get going. Here we go. I wish I could, well, I was going to say, I wish I could just think and this stuff would follow, but that means sacrificing the integrity of my mind, you know, the Neuralink and all that. All right. So back to, and upon his heads, the name of blasphemy. Let me just, I'm chomping at the bit, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm chomping at the bit because you already know what is artificial. You know what our topic is, the mark of the beast. You know that is merely the legal construct of these Elohim, the man-made construct, the contrivances, these legal persons, artificial persons. That is artificial. You are natural as a human being, meaning you are in accordance with God and natural law. Man is positive law. We're going to get deeper into that and show how they have usurped the natural order in order to institute and implement what is called the New World Order. Okay? And so that is, by definition, blasphemy. That is, by definition, blasphemy. And upon his horns. So again, we're talking about a beast system that rose up out of the sea of commerce while all men were trading and doing commercial trade, right? Bartering and trading. There was one particular beast that in Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 says this particular beast was more cunning or more subtle than any other beast. So here is that one beast, even at the end of the scriptures. See, the beginning, the Alpha being Genesis, the Omega, the end being Revelations. It's talking about the one beast that is rising out of the sea of commerce while men were doing their natural everyday things, living naturally, trading and bartering with each other. This one beast presented itself rising out of the midst of the dealings of men. And that beast, once again, had 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns, 10 crowns. And upon his heads, the heads of state or whatever, the name of blasphemy, the name of the artificial. We almost there. Hold on tight. I think y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm gonna keep moving on because I'll beat that one up the whole time we on. Listen, and verse 2, and the beast, that system that rose up out of the sea of commerce and the dealings of natural men, I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So I'm not going to go into all that. We'll save all of that for a in-depth study on verse 2. But I will tell you like this. There is some other beast that will give power, or excuse me, this is not prophetic. This is happening right now. It already happened, in fact. It's been established. It's been happened. Okay? Don't be on the late bus. Listen, and the dragon, this other beast, isn't a serpent a beast? Okay, another beast is going to give him his power. Another beast is going to give the United States that rises up, that beast system that is more subtle than any other beast, able to fool the world. Another beast gives it its power. Can you tell me what the other beast is that gives the United States its power? And his seat. What is the seat of the United States? Let's play a game. Tell me what the seat of the United States is in the comment section. Oh, it's going up today. It's going up on a Sunday. on a Sunday in the comment section. Tell me who gives what other beast system gave power to the United States, gave a seat of power to the United States, and gave the United States great authority. Who rules commerce? Let's see where y'all at. Let me calm down a little bit. We got a long way to go. I got to reserve some energy here. And this is not this is an NA. Be nice. It's an NA. NA. They're pretty good. They're pretty sharp. I'm not drinking on the job. Relax. Listen. Anybody got an answer? Come on, y'all. I need y'all to be quick. Think of the history of the United States. Where did we come from? Not we. Where did the colonizers come from, everyone? Come on now. I need y'all to be quick. All right, maybe there's a lag. Maybe there's a delay. All God says legislative. Okay, what I'm asking is, what is the other system? I said, okay, so this one beast arose out of the Sea of Commerce. And it says that another beast, another system, in other words, it's all symbolic. A dragon is symbolizing a beast, which is a system, just like the serpent in Genesis. So there's another system. Okay, y'all not getting it. No, okay, I see what's going on. Let's put it this way. There is another country. The United States is considered a country, or it's a system, but it's a system, right? A beast system. But they're all countries. The country is a system. Remember, okay. UPU have to approve U.S. Constitution. Okay, so I'm gonna just give it to you. It's England, out of England, right? The King of England. Remember, the colonizers came from England. Yes, all gods, you are correct. The seat of the United States is Washington, D.C. Okay, but the United States was established, remember, 1789, and then, the Magna Carta, then the Articles of Confederation. Remember, that was all separating from England. Allegedly, they were coming over here to allegedly have freedom of religion. Bull crap. Bull crap. How you going to come over here because you're saying the king is oppressing you and you don't have freedom of religion, and then come over here and subvert, subject, enslave, and nearly annihilate an indigenous people who had their own religion? So wait, never mind. Let's keep going. Come on now. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. It's hype. Anyways, okay, so England. So look, and the dragon, England, let me take a look at something. Stay right there. Don't move. Stay there. Don't move. Stay right there. Don't move. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on. So tell me what y'all see right here. Tell me what y'all, I'm so ready. 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 So I just typed this in right here. You tell me what you think this is. What's this right here? What's this red thing right here? I just want to know whose symbol is a dragon in England or something to that effect. Okay, so England, the red dragon, okay, or why Drake, gosh in Welsh is the national symbol of Wales and has been for thousands of years. It appears on the Welsh flag, which has a white and green background and became official in 1959. The dragon has also been featured on the shirts of Welsh sports teams, on Welsh exports, and is flown in Welsh towns and cities. It's also flown around the world to mark St. David's Day on March 1st and other sporting events. The red dragon's use as an emblem in Wales dates back to the reign of King Cadwaladr, something like that, of Gwynedd around 655 AD. Henry VII, the first monarch of the Tudor dynasty in England, which was established in 1485, associated the red dragon with his Welsh ancestors. In 1801, the dragon was officially recognized as Welsh's badge. Have I said enough? What more can I say? I'm sick of this shit. Oops. I'm righteous indignation. Call it that. I'm so sick of this stuff. But we're going to get it straight. Let's keep going. You might want to put the kids away today. Put the kids away. Children need to go bye-bye for the moment. In fact, we should take a commercial break. Let me cool down real quick. I'm going to take a commercial break and go check on my kids. I'll be back, all right? We out of pocket. Stand by. Stand by. Don't go nowhere. It gets better.
Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site.
How you doing? We're back. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Any questions? Oh, y'all just taking it in, huh? All right, so let's get back. We're talking about that dragon. I just wanted to, whenever I make assertions, I want to make sure that I'm at least on point and not misleading. Let's get back to it. We're talking about that beast. Okay, so we know that there was a beast that rose up out of commerce and trade, all right, and established itself. I contend I can make an argument for the fact of that beast being a system, that system being American jurisprudence and the United States, not America. They're different. I can prove it. So anyways, and it rose up, but it received power from a dragon. I contend that it is England. Gave power. We know where the colonizers came from. They came from England. Okay, so that dragon, that beast, England, is going to give power to the United States and the seat. The seat is Washington, D.C. Look it up. You'll see it for yourself. It's 10 miles square. They said that is the seat of the government of the United States and great authority. Okay, I know. You were told that there was this war, British war in the United States, and they won their independence from the largest military ever. But they were able to beat England, huh? Yeah, okay. What? The okey doke. The okey doke. Verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. Okay? And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So just think about the United States. Just think about it. The gold standard. What happened? Huh? When it looked like 1929 and other subsequent failures of the economical system, which is a beast or the head or whatever, right? It seems like they are done. This little old experimental country who somehow has got itself as the number one. Its currency becomes the world standard. Wow. How did that happen? Other countries have been around for thousands of years, and this one little 200-year-old pipsqueak comes out of nowhere and just dominates the world. Somebody had to give it that type of power. They can't do that. How is that possible? It could if a very powerful dragon, Puff the magic dragon, lived by the sea. God. Don't let me crack up, y'all. This is, it's like Neo in the Matrix. I don't even see the fabric of anything. Well, I don't see the facade of things anymore. All I see is numbers. Like I see the breakdown of everything because it's all consistent. So what seems normal to the average individual no longer seems normal to me. It's like I'm only seeing digits and numbers. When somebody acts or does something, or when the government or politics does something that y'all say don't make sense, to me, it makes perfect sense. And now the time has come, as Morpheus told Neo, where I don't even have to dodge bullets anymore. I just don't. This is child's play for me. And I mean that, in the most sincere but yet humble way. I mean, this is child's play. I go through the YouTube channels and see what they're talking about now. It's child's play to me. It's not cocky, but I am confident. Anyways, let's keep going. And I saw one of his heads. So the United States suffered what appeared to be a major blow that would basically fold its experiment, basically, right? But alas, it bounced back and took with it all the gold of all the nations and established itself under the petrodollar and all that kind of stuff. Listen, let's keep going on. And it caused the world to marvel after the United States. Marvel Comics, baby. Marvel after the United States. How does this little baby nation, whatever, how has it dominated so? When it looked like it was dead, stillborn. But yet it pulled through. Surely this is the greatest nation ever. And we all must go there. You see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Listen. So the world starts to marvel and wonder after the beast. Pied Piper, right off the edge of the cliff. And here it is. They worshiped the dragon, England, which gave power unto the beast system, the United States. And they worship the beast, the United States, saying, who is like unto the United States? Who is able to make war with him? Who has allegedly the most powerful military? Who can make war with the United States? When's the last time somebody invaded and bombed the United States? Huh? It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And you know who wouldn't allow it to happen? The dragon. That's why we've been so secure. Oh, no. Big Snoop Dogg. This is too easy. Look, verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth. Him who? The beast. The American jurisprudence. United States of America. And there was given unto him, meaning he didn't have it of his own accord, but that dragon is backing him 100%. England is backing the United States 100%, giving the appearance that there was a great battle against the two and they weren't getting along and this little baby fought and beat up its own father. Are you freaking kidding me? You fell for the okie doke? And there was given unto him a mouth to speak great things and blasphemies. What do you mean? Well, that means doing something or speaking against that which is natural, promoting that which is unnatural in the face of that which is natural, God's law, natural law. So you just going to come along and create artificial persons and smack the natural law, God, in his face, because you're going to set yourself up to be God, making yourself a mythological being, an aristocratic family, bloodlines. You're going to make yourself out to be gods, Elohim. Oh, yeah. Blasphemy. Changing the natural into the artificial. Blasphemy. So the United States was given that power to create these artificial persons. That's what William Blackstone said. Isn't that what William Blackstone out of England? He wrote the treaties on the laws of England. The dragon. He said, we need to create artificial persons. Oh, I lost my place. Look. We need to create artificial persons. Well, if you create an artificial person, when nature says there's only natural persons, that is blasphemy. I'll be right back. Stay right where you are. We're being invaded by children. I'll be right back. Stay right.
Here are a few other items in demand on our Square site. The Person Defined series, a 9-part video lecture series comprehensively outlining the scheme to artfully deceive mankind into trading away his birthright, his natural liberties, and inherent rights. Pre-orders for the Yellow Bricks of Emerald, the first edition, offered presently as an ebook only. This book comprehensively uncovers the legal schemes, past, present, and future, of the elite powers and the U.S., subjecting American citizens to servitude and allegiance due to their own ignorance. The KnowledgeWell Video Lecture Series Trust Course, a comprehensive lecture series educating on the history, effects, and administration of the wealth-preserving, asset-protecting, private commercial entity known as a trust. Plus, we have our very own template and instructions to help you set up yours. And, coming soon, our apparel and product store for all things KnowledgeWell, including shirts, hats, jackets, cups, bumper stickers, and more. For all this and much, much more, as well as for any questions or comments, email to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com or go to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square got sight. And now, you've been made free. What are you going to do with it?
All right, we are back. Thank you for your patience. For your patience. Appreciate you. All right, let's get to it. Ay, ay, ay. Zen. And it was given unto him to make war. Oh, y'all, come on here. This is going to get really deep. Listen, I think I skipped some. Hold on. So, and they worshiped, verse 4, the dragon. So they worshiped England, which gave power unto the beast, the United States. And they worshiped the beast, saying, they worshiped the United States, saying, who is like unto the United States? Who is able to make war with him? In verse 5, and there was given unto him, the United States, a mouth to speak great things. And blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Again, we'll come back later for that. We moving on. Okay, we'll get deeper. And the beast, the United States, opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, against nature, against the laws of nature, to blaspheme his name. That is the mark. A name is a mark or an indicia. It indicates to who you belong. In other words, you were born into a name, your family name, aka your surname. It is indicative of and to who you belong. So they blasphemed against the natural mark of God, against the name of the source, the natural law. That's what they did. And his tabernacle, the dwelling place. Where does God dwell? In you. So not only did they blaspheme against the laws of God, the laws of nature, the name that indicates where you're from. We know where you're from if you're a human being, because you are natural. Therefore, you come from nature. We know your name. You are natural man. Adam. And God's tabernacle, or the source where all the laws are working internal to you. And so the tabernacle of God is not a box made of gold. The tabernacle is you, internal to you as a human being. You can observe the internals of the human and know the source from where the human comes. Stop playing games, men. So blaspheme the name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Where is heaven? Heaven is a state of consciousness, just like hell is a state of consciousness. Get out of here with your cartoons. Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Because remember, because of the dragon, that beast, England, who is able to war against the United States? Nobody. They were backed 100% by England. So nobody can beat them. That's why we've been an empire for this long. And so now the United States will will be given power to war against or war with the saints and to overcome the saints. What does the saints represent? Woo! Watch out now. Watch out now, y'all. What do saints look? No. They ain't getting away with that. Watch this. What? Let's hold on. They're not getting away with that. Not here. Not here. We do our research. Let's get to it. What are saints? What does that connote and denote? Oh yeah, we going in. We going in. This one's for the history books. Look, let's just get some context. Because the beast, the United States, that is given power to blaspheme against nature, your God, blaspheme against your makeup, to colonize your body, to remove that which is natural from your system, your body. Blasphemy. Listen, what is a saint? In its most basic sense, a saint is a holy one. Listen, y'all. What did I say? Holy means set apart. Holy means a chosen one, an anointed one, the Christ, the anointed one, the chosen one. Out of 1 billion sperm cells, you came forth. Out of 1 billion sperm cells, you are the chosen one. Ye are gods. Ye were the Elohim until you allowed aristocratic families to come and set up on top of your nation, your empire. God resided in you. You are all that is natural. We let artificial come and supplant it like Jacob did to Esau, the great deceiver and supplanter. That's what that represents. Never forget it again. Never forget it again. Listen, you are the Holy One. So what is a saint? One that is a holy one, an anointed one that is chosen out of 1 billion sperm cells. You made it in. Who is set apart for God. What is God? The source of all that is natural, the source from which all things go up. That is you. That is your father. That is your mother, if you will. That is your everything, your origin of natural, your natural self. God. So when it says, again, let me switch back. When it says again that the beast, this system made war with the saints, it's disclosing that they're bringing war against you. The natural you, looking to supplant you, looking to take your God from you and change that which is natural into the artificial. That is the disclosure. You didn't see it coming, did you? It was given power to him by this dragon, by England, to make war with the saints and to overcome them. How do we know that is true? Because William Blackstone says why they created artificial persons. Because humans just don't cut it. Why? Because when humans die, their rights die with them. And if the rights die with the human, then how can the states exist or subsist? States are composed of individuals who agree to become members of them. Without the citizenry and thereby and also without the individual humans playing the role that is necessary to fulfill the capacity or act in the capacity of a citizen, there will be no state. Therefore, Caesar will have no kingdom, no domain, no rulership, because there's no one to rule. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Are you feeling overcome today? And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. I got to take another break. We'll be right back.
Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site.
All right, we're back. Hopefully that will be the last interruption. Possibly. We'll see. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Let me go to the comment sections, see if y'all are tracking. Also, if you're interested in joining, if you want to have a conversation, if you want to come on the live, I welcome you. If you have a interesting aspect that you want to share, I will put the link in the comment section here momentarily. Yeah, that should work. I'm pasting it now. And the link to join me. If you want to come into the back room, holding room, whatever, and I'll bring you up. I've put the link in the comment section now. There it is on the screen, por ejemplo. If you would like to join. I wish Nick P was in the building. Nick P, if you're watching, he always has some very interesting aspects and perspectives. I did invite him. But there you go. It's in the link is in the comment section. If you want to join us, look in the comment section, or here, I'll put it up one more time. HTTPS StreamYard.com, K39, whatever. If you would like to join. So let's keep reading here while we're waiting. I'll try to leave that up. I think I can. Yeah, I think I can. All right, listen. So now, we know that we are talking about two beasts, as it were. We're talking about the United States and we're talking about England. One is the dragon and one is just the beast. I contend it is the serpent that is spoken of in Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Okay? For evidence and proofs of that, you can go back in the archives and watch some of the other lives from the previous Sundays, and I think you'll come to agree. Verse 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. The saints are the holy ones. I contend that is you. That is you, because you made it here 1 out of 1 billion or so sperm cells. You are the chosen one. You are the anointed one. That's what anointed means. That's what Christ. That's where Christ comes from. Christ is the anointed one. You are the chosen one. You are Neo, as it were. Okay, and to overcome them. So the system, the United States, is given power from the dragon to make war against the chosen ones, those who are the what does it say? the children of God, of nature. That's what it's symbolizing. And power was given, was given him. Who is him? The United States. Power was given. So who's given this power? England. Was given him over all kindreds, all your kinfolk, subject to the United States, courtesy of the dragon, England. Remember those birth certificates? Who started that? Where did that come from? Later for that. And tongues. Look. Let's see, English language. Do I need to say more? And nations. Dominant. We dominated. You know that already. Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Looks a lot. It looks accurate, doesn't it? Looks accurate. Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. Okay? So look, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, meaning the United States, its systems, its tongue, its, and whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb. Okay, slain from the foundation of the world. To me, what this is saying is there's the ones who understand and make the distinction between artificial and natural. There are the elitists who understand the esoteric and occultic meanings, okay, occultic meaning hidden, and they know how to properly operate. That's why they always stay at the top. They separate themselves from you. They look at you as the heathen because you didn't know the difference between what is natural and what is artificial. So in a sense, you sell your soul for a contract, is what they're saying. All right, so now, all right, so I just got word that the video is behind my audio. All right. So this camera here. All right. Well, hopefully it's not terrible, but it is. I understand that it is lagging. We're just gonna have to get through this. Obviously, the powers that were are not going to like what we are saying, even though this is not an anti-government rant. This is historical information. Anybody can find this. This is not something I'm making up. I'm merely decoding. That's all. So I expect, a little drama, whatever. It is what it is. Are y'all with me? 777 in the comment section. Let me know we're all good. I don't want to waste a doggone word. Let me know that you are with us and that we are tracking and that you are able to comprehend and understand what is going on. So I know I'm not wasting our time. Anybody else out there? All right, BB Production says we're still with you, 777. Anybody else still out there? This is the most substantial, significant disclosure. Nothing else really matters if you don't have this foundation. The truth makes you free. Joseph Henson says, we are tracking 777. I feel myself getting stronger. Han Al is back with us. Hope I'm saying your designation correctly. 777. All right. All right. And Terry says, okay, Terry Camp says still here, 777. Wanda Noel is still here. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that confirmation, everybody. I really appreciate that. Let us continue. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Okay. And these people that are going to be worshiping that beast are like infidels. are like heathens. You see, the elitists, they look at themselves as the true holders of righteousness. You see, that's why they can sanitize a whole ethnicity. You know what I mean? You are putting it down. Okay. Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. You see, they look at it, it's totally flip jaw. The world is turned upside down. You see, to them, they're the ones that are righteous. You're the infidel. They're making it to them. They don't, hey, if they die, they die. We need to limit them anyways. They're ignorant fools. They're sheep. They don't even know how to keep a country afoot. They don't even realize anything. They go hook, line, and sinker into the night, into their death. They'll walk right off the cliff. That's why they denote you as sheep, or denote you as sheep, led to the slaughter. Sheep will eat, the grass in a particular area, and they will not stop eating until eating the roots and into the dirt, and they will kill the whole pasture. They don't even know. They don't have enough sense to move. Stop eating. Don't eat the root. We ain't going to have nothing to eat anymore. You're going to totally kill the pasture, the grass. So Psalms chapter 23 says, he leadeth me in the paths of righteousness. It talks about, wait. The Lord is my shepherd. Shepherd has to lead the sheep. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. So somebody else has to always supply me with what I need. Otherwise, I will be in want. Do you want to be a sheep? Huh? He leadeth me beside the still waters. Why is that? Because sheep have lots of wool. And if if you get wool wet, it gets very heavy. Now, if you are led beside the still water, then the water won't carry your heavy, away. Because when all that wool takes on all that water, it's going to get very heavy and them sheep can't get out. Can you imagine that? All that wool and they fall in the water. That's a death sentence for a sheep. So he leadeth me beside the still water, leads me because I'm just dumb enough that I'll go frolicking around in the water and become very heavy and I'll die. He leadeth me beside the still water. He restored my soul. See, it's all outside. Isn't that what Christianity taught you? It's not about you. You are nothing. You are no good is what the scripture, what they tell you. You need something outside of yourself because the source is obviously not inside of you. Everything is to strip you of your identity, your individuality, and to take away your God, which is nature. You are natural man. You without natural God within you, that is hell. That is a state of consciousness of hell. Listen, we got it. Okay, come on. All right. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Who's going to worship this beast system, this artificial man-made construct? Only somebody who believes in Santa Claus. That's who would do it. So those are they whose names are not written in the book of life. They don't have no eternal life because you see what I'm saying? They're not even true humans. They believe in fairy tales and fantasies and mythological creatures and aliens and all. You're totally unplugged from that which is natural. Listen, so your name is going to be blotted out, it says, out of the Lamb of the book of life. You're not listed as an elitist, in other words. You're not named among the aristocracy. You don't even deserve to ascend because you don't even have the esoteric and occultic knowledge. We've bamboozled you and fooled you and tricked you out of that which is natural. Now you're just a walking corpse corporation. Listen, look at verse 9. This is a warning here in this one little short sentence. It is a warning. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. If you are plugged in and understand that you are natural and that the natural is not on par with the artificial, then you have ears to hear. Corporations don't have ears to hear. Artificial persons, legal persons of state, constructs of men don't have ears to hear, but a man does. So, if any man have an ear, let him hear, because this is so very vital and important. Verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, the chosen ones. And I be later for that, verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All symbolic. Something else is rising. Something else is coming up out of the earth. And had two horns like a lamb. Which system came after the United States, being the youngest nation, like a lamb, whose symbolic or symbol is the lamb? Another beast, another system is rising up out. Can anybody think about it? Let me give you a hint. Who does the United States back 100%, but yet it is even younger than the United States? Put it in the comment section. And he spake as a dragon, as a type of England. Not England, but speaking as. That much power. Woo! Power. Like he's the biggest boy on the block. Anybody got an idea? Anybody got an idea? Come on, y'all. Another system. Younger than the United States. There's only one. And he exercises all the power of the first beast. Whoever this other nation is, they're going to exercise power just like the United States. Woo, y'all, come on now. You missing this, you just missing it. Before him. Who came before? So the United States came before this nation and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. Nobody wants to take a stab at it. Hanel says the UN. Good guess. Nobody else is playing, I guess. How about Israel? Whose symbol is the lamb? Israel, the lamb, right? The youngest nation, 1947. The United States came into existence, what, 1789? I thought y'all would know that. Joseph got it. My man, Israel. We're decoding it today, y'all. If you appreciate it, show your love. Appreciate your donations. I'll put it up for you right now. American Consulate, $ American Consulate. And I also do want to say thank you. I believe it was, hold on. Let's take a little break here. One moment. I'm not going anywhere, though. Hold on. I do want to give honor to Terry Camp, who made a Sunday school donation. I like the way she put it to us last week. So I do want to give honor to where honor is due. I really appreciate that. That meant a whole lot. It was not expected, but I really appreciate it. I want to let you know that from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you. Value is defined as the amount that you're willing to pay for something. And so I always say, no, any little or big thing that you do, I really appreciate that. So yes, it was Terry Camp. Again, mad shout out to you for supporting KnowledgeWell Media. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, let's get back. So Israel. Okay. Israel. And he exercises all the power. So Israel is going to exercise all of the power of the first beast, which is the United States, that came before him. That's consistent. United States, 1789. Israel, 1947. So we're consistent. And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. So Israel causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, which is the United States, whose deadly wound was healed. Okay? We've already covered that in the beginning. Verse 13, and he does great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Hold on, y'all. Israel's going to cause fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. No, these are the scripture's words. You're just hearing it here. Hold on tight. Y'all think it's crazy now. Oh yeah, they got, the shield and the bombs that they're blocking and knocking down bombs and stuff like, oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. But it's figurative, symbolic, but because it's a man-made construct and because this is his story made out to look like prophecy, but really they're just acting in accordance with the script. That's all that's happening. It is a script. We are living. The world is a stage. This is all Hollywood. It's magic being done on you. All right, let's keep going. Verse 14. We're getting somewhere at the you'll see in a moment here. We're getting to the main topic. But I wanted to do this for y'all because enough is enough. You need to see clearly. All right? And I'm your Huckleberry. You donate, you support me, I'll keep doing the hard work. All right. Donation scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Appreciate it. Listen, where are we at? Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Israel's going to be pulling out all kinds of miracles or what appear to be miracles. Watch what you're told. Watch. Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. He has power to do in the sight of the United States. The United States sends billions of dollars over there. All right, let's take a break. I got to go check on the children. Be right back. Stay right where you're.
Here are a few other items in demand on our Square site. The Person Defined series, a 9-part video lecture series, comprehensively outlining the scheme to artfully deceive mankind into trading away his birthright, his natural liberties, and inherent rights. Pre-orders for the Yellow Bricks of Emerald, the first edition, offered presently as an ebook only. This book comprehensively uncovers the legal schemes, past, present, and future, of the elite powers and the U.S., subjecting American citizens to servitude and allegiance due to their own ignorance. The KnowledgeWell Video Lecture Series Trust Course, a comprehensive lecture series educating on the history, effects, and administration of the wealth-preserving, asset-protecting, private commercial entity known as a trust. Plus, we have our very own template and instructions to help you set up yours. And, coming soon, our apparel and product store for all things KnowledgeWell, including shirts, hats, jackets, cups, bumper stickers, and more. For all this and much, much more, as well as for any questions or comments, email to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com or go to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site. And now, you've been made free. What are you going to do with it?
All right, we're back. Thank you for your patience once again. Hopefully this will be the final week of this. We'll work it out. Everybody take a deep breath. Okay, let's do this. All right. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth, verse 14, by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. In the sight of the beast. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make, that they should make an image to the beast. So this is what, okay, and deceiveth them. So this is, okay, this is what I'm contending is Israel. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Okay? Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So what this is telling me, and hold on to your seatbelts, and I don't mean to strike into you or fearmonger you, but this says to me that there is a wound that happens by wars. If it has not already happened yet, I got to do a little bit more digging. But if it has not happened yet, because this new world order is what's coming on the scene, the old world has to go away. And that's why everything is being destabilized now. So that lets me know it has not yet, the new world order has not yet been instituted. So that lets me know there might be something coming here. And based on the climate, based on the political realm right now and the environment we find ourselves in, all this destabilization, right? Uncertainty like never before. This tells me that this might still be coming. So what might be coming in regard and pursuant to this chapter, verse 14 here? It says that Israel is going to have the power, okay, to deceive the earth by the miracles, signs, and wonders that are coming, what appears like from the skies. And Israel is going to say their political narrative for the world, for the earth, all they that dwell on the earth is that they should basically make an image to the beast. We're going to talk about images in a minute. That's the crux of our discussion for today. All this is precursor to what really needs to be stated. Okay. But we're going to get there in a moment. Okay. But this is what Israel is going to do, because the United States, in accordance with this, if I'm right, is going to suffer a major, what appears to be a major wound right here, which had the wound by a sword symbolizing war. Hold on to your seatbelts. You're hearing it here first. But fret not. Look what it says. And did live. The United States is going to live on. Okay. All right. I'm like 100% on my predictions. I'm going to tell you like that. And this ain't even necessarily a prediction. I'm reading it verbatim. I'm just decoding, right? That's all that's happening here. Listen, it makes sense. If it makes sense, it makes dollars. Look what they've been telling you. This revelation has been yours. It's a revelation. It's revealing to you the future. But it's not prophecy like something from heaven dropped a book on the ground and somebody found it 100,000 years later. It's not that. History is man's his story. It's his story. It's written. It's a script. It's the play. The world is a stage. The kings, the elitists, the emperors have put this out here for the narrative. Because ultimately, we know what the end is. It's transhumanism. Man wanted to live for eternity. So we found a way to do so in artificial and legal persons. But that's not good enough, is it? We have to the Antichrist must come. Antichrist means against nature. That's what it means, against the chosen one. You are the chosen one. Humans are the chosen one. You are one out of a billion sperm cells. One of you were chosen. A lot of them weren't, right? Where did the other billion, where did they go? Into outer darkness, cast into hell, destroyed for eternity, to be no more. One went to heaven, though, and that is you. Woo! This room is all clear now. I have exorcised the demon. All right, let's keep going. Woo! Verse 14. So Israel, again, is going to convince everybody, the world, mind you, to make an image to the beast, to the United States, which had the wound by a sword, by war, and did live. The United States shall live on. Watch what I tell you. Listen, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Of will have the power to bring life to the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, let's get serious. Listen. Hear me. So there's going to come this image, something that represents, something that looks a lot like the current United States system, but this tells me that the current image, for lack of it is going to go bye-bye. The United States, the beast, will live on after it receives the mortal wound, after it goes through a war that seems like it is going to suffer. Like all the lights go out or something to that effect, right? The United States system is gone now. It appears, but it will be revived. Like the Roman Empire. It will be revived. And this is where Israel's going to step in. That's what it's saying. Israel's that nation that we have stocked. We've been buying stock in Israel. What else would you call it when we're sending billions of dollars there per year? It's called keeping a good one. Huh? For a rainy day. Yeah. It's like we're siphoning ourselves, the United States. It's like we're putting our eggs into that basket, aren't we? Why else would we be sending billions of dollars over there? Because there's going to come a war, and it's going to seemingly destroy that which we now know or imagine the United States as. That's why. And it's going to be revived because Israel is going to put back here after it receives that mortal wound. You're hearing it here first. Breaking. Listen, that the image of the beast, because of what Israel does at that particular point in time, it's coming. And we might be here. Remember, Israel was just in a confrontation where actual missiles and stuff were hitting the Iron Dome. In the United States, were you paying attention? So all of this is happening simultaneous with all of the stuff in our political realm. Huh? Big brother and little brother, Joseph, the coat of many colors, and Benjamin, I think, was the younger brother. So the two youngest nations. Who else putting it down like this? Come on now. Come on. Quit playing. Quit playing. Quit playing. Quit playing. Listen. And Terry Camp says 7. Thank you. I needed that. I'm getting stronger. Listen. We're almost there. Stick with me. We're almost there, y'all. And he had given power, had power to give life unto the image of the beast. See, Israel has the power to give life back to the United States that's going to appear to be mortally wounded because we've been putting our eggs in the basket over there in Israel. We've been stocking things over there, reserving things over there because it's already written. It is written. The history has already been written. So it's going to happen. And you're hearing it here first. Listen, that the image of the beast, something else will be formed as a result of the mortality or the mortal wound that the United States is going to suffer due to a war, because of a war. It's only by appearance, though, because we've been stocking over in Israel. We've been consolidating our power. And so that is going to save us and bring us out of despair and out of utter ruin. It'll appear that the empire falls, but alas, we have them over there that are holding all of our eggs, and they're going to put back into us and revive us. And so then at that time, Israel will use its influence, to cause everybody, the world, to worship the new image. Remember and recall, what was that? That magazine that talked about the phoenix. Maybe that will be our new image, y'all. We're the eagle now, but maybe the eagle falls, and out of the ashes arises the phoenix. Maybe our new bird will be the phoenix. Hunger Games, huh? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? In order to institute and bring online the new world order, listen to me and hear me. The old world order must be dissolved. If the old world order is symbolized or has the image of the eagle, then the eagle will go away. And what will they put in its place is the question. Will it be the phoenix rising from the ashes? Come on here, y'all. If that hit hard, 777. So Israel is going to cause the world to worship the image, the new image of the United States. I'm going to go out there on a limb and say it's going to be the phoenix. And anybody that does not worship that image will be killed. Now, that could be figurative, metaphoric, symbolic, or it can be literal if we, become what's known as a dictatorship or whatever, a totalitarian state. Okay? Or you might put it this way, since we're discussing the legal construct, what if it's just that because if you're not going to worship, we're going to take away your ability to buy, sell, or trade? What if it's just that? What if that's if this killing is symbolic? You'll be cut off from life, the life source of the system that is now coming online. A digital currency, Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, but a digital currency, blockchain technology. We know it's coming. If they can press one button and you can't buy because you refuse to worship. Now, what is worship? See, we've been looking through the lens of religion and what we've learned there. So terms like worship, they mean more than what you've been taught from church. What is worship? I'll be a huckleberry. Let's take a look. What is worship, though? We need to know what the context, because I know, just like you probably think it from church standards of worship. But what does worship really mean? Let's take a look. We're almost to the end. We're almost to the end here. Bear with me. Is this good? Is this good? What is worship? Let's take a look. What is worship? There we go. This is what I contend Israel is going to cause the world to do. Worship the beast or the new image of the beast, because the old system will go away and the new system, new world order, will be brought online. So what does it mean to worship? Middle English, worship from Old English. Okay. Condition of being worthy, dignity, glory, distinction, honor. So Israel will cause the world to honor the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay. Renown. Okay. Worth and ship. Very good, BB Productions. Worth and ship. Going to cause the world to realize the worth and the value of the new world order, the new phoenix that rises from the ashes. Forget about the old. It was imperfect. It had hiccups in it. It's dead. Introducing the new United States of America, or United States, or whatever. And its new symbol will be that of the phoenix that has risen from the ashes. Listen, y'all. If I am correct, and I do believe I am, that means there's going to be much, much death, much, much darkness this side of the Mississippi, or excuse me, this side of the world. All right. That's what that means. Lots of chaos. I've been saying, that It's going to get very, very dark before the phoenix rises from the ashes. It's got to be, listen to me. Regardless of the game that is being played, regardless of the fact that it is a game, there must be collateral damage. There must be damage. Why? Because the world must be convinced that the United States is no more. And that pains me even to say that. Makes me want to tear up a little bit. Not because of patriotism, but that means I might not be here. You might not be here anymore, depending on where you live at. That's what that means. So, with that being said, and I don't believe in the fearmonger thing. I believe in being educated. I believe in making rational decisions and employing rational analysis. Okay, staying as close and in tune as possible with nature and nature's laws. I believe in that. So, with that being said, I would begin to think like that, as in preparing oneself. When I first started really learning about this, maybe or looking into this and delving into this back in like 2015, I think, I started to really prep, as it were, survival gear, all that kind of stuff. I started doing that, started doing all those things. I'm not going to go into detail. And I was adamant. It was like today was the day we got to do this because we're running out of time, right? But that's not the way that it works. Okay. Panic is never good. You must be methodical. You must be tactical, methodical, reasonable, okay, in your preparation. The only time panic really needs to set in is if you are already in the thick of it and you are completely destabilized and you're living hour to hour, maybe day to day. Other than that, while you have time, you must keep your wits about you. Okay, that's why military, you're trained and conditioned, okay, all the time, so that when something jumps off, you don't lose it and you're prepared for any situation to happen. And so we're discussing now, that means you have time. Okay, so do what you got to do. Think from the standpoint of destabilization. Think from the standpoint it's going to be hard to trust those who you might trust today. Think, what do you have to have as opposed to what you just want to have? Think the creature comforts that you have today won't be there. So you must condition yourself on how to live with less and not be such a shock to your system. Does that make sense? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I don't want to really go into this. We can do another show on survival tactics and all that kind of stuff. We can do that. I mean, there's other people, there's plenty of platforms for that. Okay. This is education. Okay. Education. But my point is it's going to get very dark and the time is upon us, but don't lose your head. Okay. Rational analysis. All right, let's continue so we can close up. We rounded 2 hours now officially. So this beast, Israel, is going to cause the world to worship, meaning to revere or reverence. Okay, respect the United States or whatever it will be called. We don't know what it's going to be called, but apparently it is going to suffer what's known as a mortal wound, but it will live. There's some good news. It's going to survive. But Israel is going to be the champion for whatever we become. That's why we've been stocking over there. Okay? Who's going to bring this war to us? Who's going to bring the sword? Who's going to give us that mortal blow? Well, I mean, it's not going to be Israel. I can tell you that. I mean, who's left? We've pretty much dominated every other nation except for what, 2 or 3? Take your pick, because it may be a consolidation of all of them, all of those 3 or whatever. Yeah. I mean, if you look in the Zondervan Study Bible, I believe it talks about China and its allies being able to marshal, I believe it was like a 200 million man army. That's in the his story book, quote unquote prophetic. So probably going to be that, those BRICS nations or whatever, Russia, China, they're probably going to bring it to us. Just saying. Not fearmonger. I'm going by the books. This is not, I don't know what else to tell you, but it's coming. And we're confirming it right here. This is the esoteric information, the occultic knowledge. Listen. The original sense is preserved in worship. Okay, so we get it. We got it. Good. Okay. We got it. Let's get back. So that's what's going to happen. Israel's going to cause the world to worship the United States. And if you don't, it's off with your head. Okay? Joseph said, take a break so you can get ready for hour 3. Just joking. Oh, yeah, I should, shouldn't I? All right. Thanks. Joseph always concerned about me. I appreciate that. Thank you for having my back. Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great. Here we go. Here's where we're going. Listen. Who is he? Who is he? Aren't we still talking about Israel? He had power to give life unto the image of the beast. This is the United States. Israel had power to give life unto the United States, that the image of the beast, image of the United States, which I contend is going to be the phoenix rising from the ashes, should both speak. The phoenix from the ashes is going to speak. Whatever that looks like, whatever that becomes. I'm sure it's not going to be a bird talking. Okay. It's good, but whatever. Okay. You get what I'm saying. It probably, using rational analysis, it's probably just like if they said that the United States eagle speaks, that would be probably the government, right? The power of the government to speak through representatives or whatever, right? So whatever form of government we have, it may not be what we have today, because if there is a national emergency and during wartime, the president has the power to cancel the Constitution. Cancel is probably the wrong term for that. What is it called? Suspend. Okay. During wartime, during martial law, the president has the power to suspend the Constitution. And so it wouldn't be government the same way as what we now know as government, is the point. So whatever this new image of the United States is, okay, it's going to convey messages, I'll say. May not be speaking. This is figurative. And it's also going to cause that as many as would not worship the image of the new image of the United States should be killed. Okay. And that might not mean, that you're going to get your head chopped off. It might mean that, your ability, capacity to participate in commerce and trade is shut off by the push of a button. Your digital currency, you're disqualified, exiled, and put into exile. Okay. And verse 16 here. Okay. Let's get it. And he causeth, and he causeth all. Who is he? Still talking about Israel. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. So who's going to be the power? Now that the United States has received a mortal wound and is almost looking like dead, right? But Israel's going to cause the world to once again recognize it. So Israel is now the crutch for the United States, as the United States has been the crutch for Israel. You see, we've been donating billions of dollars there. So in turn, this buddy, the younger brother and the youngest brother are in cahoots with each other. And so Israel is going to be acting on behalf of the United States at its weakest point, right? And so Israel is going to cause everybody to get this mark, right? This indicia, to take on this indicia. Remember, if you don't worship the image of the beast, you'll be killed, meaning you won't have the power to buy, sell. Oh, my bad. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. I see you don't see what I'm seeing. Let me fix that. Thank you for that. Let's see. Okay. We're getting to the most important part of this presentation here. This one's for the history books. If this one don't get 1 million views, something's wrong. Seriously. Okay. Thank you for that notification, BB Productions. Everybody still with me? It looks like my viewership fell off. It could be just the algorithm type thing, but looks like it. Looks like we're down to 3 people watching. Amazing, ain't it? Amazing. All right, so I think you're all with me now. Verse 16, and he causeth, meaning Israel, in my contention, causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. We know that that is the indicia that indicates to who you belong, to whom you belong. That's what it's saying. In their right hand of power. Okay? In their right hand of power, giving you capacity, legal capacity to be known as a son of the new United States. The phoenix rising from the ashes is what it's saying. You're going to have a new condition is what it's saying. The old world will have gone away. If you want to be part of the new world system, if you don't want to have your capacity killed, your entity killed, right? Your entity necessary to show whose you are, that you are in fact in allegiance with the phoenix rising from the ashes, the United States, then you will take the mark so that we know to whom you belong, is what it's saying. And Israel again will lead that mission and operation. Okay. And it will, and it symbolically, it is an indicia that speaks to, is evidence of your capacity of power, a capacity to act in the legal realm, in the artificial realm. Or it says in the foreheads. Why is that significant? Consciousness. Your mind is said to be there. The pineal gland is said to be there. So you're going to receive that mark there. Your thoughts, your imaginations will be in line with the system. Your thought process will indicate whose you are. You'll squeal on your neighbor. You'll rat your family out. You'll tell on them. You'll snitch on them because you really are one with the system now. You sold your soul once and for all. You've been Nero-linked. You're no longer, as we talked about in the last live, I believe, or in one of my uploads, you're not even a human anymore. You've soiled yourself. Your robes are not spotless. You are not white as snow. You are not perfect in your genealogy, as the scripture talks about Noah being perfect and upright, perfect in his genealogy, meaning he had not been changed. He had not been Nero-linked. His DNA had not been mutated. He has not taken the poke. Yeah, I know the viewership has dropped off, so they probably hit me with something, probably knocked everybody off. Hey, this y'all gotta have my back. Y'all gotta have my back. I need y'all to seek out KnowledgeWell. I need you to look for KnowledgeWell. If you don't get a notification that we are live, something's wrong, ain't it? Something's wrong. So I need y'all to seek it out. I need y'all to share this to people that you know needs to be shared to. Okay? We created the system. The system did not create us. Therefore, we are the power. And we only have a short amount of time to make that known to people who don't know that yet. Look, I just jumped up to 14 viewers. How did that happen from 3 viewers? You see what I'm saying? Okay, so we know they're watching. It's all good. We ain't doing nothing but reading. I didn't write this. All right. 14 watchers. I should have 14 thumbs up, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you appreciate this information, you won't get it anywhere else. You may as well support me to keep me going. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen is how you can do that. CashApp, $ AmericanConsulate. All right. So check this out. Thank you, Wanda, for confirming you are still watching. Joseph Henson said, I had 5 devices watching. You were up to 12 at one point. I know they hit me with a hard one. Let's get back to it. Let's hit them back. Listen. And he causeth all, both small and great. Okay, so in the foreheads. So the mark is going to be the right hand of power, your capacity, your legal capacity to operate as a son or daughter of the system. The phoenix rising from the ashes is what it's saying. Not only that, but the mark will be here on your, forehead. This is not talking about a literal mark. This is talking about an indicia, an indicator, okay, of whose you are or who you belong to. So your thoughts, your imaginations, all right, will be in allegiance. You will be essentially Nero-linked to the system. You will not be considered a human anymore. That's what it is. You will have soiled your robe, and it will not be white any longer. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save or except he that hath the mark. This is what it all comes down to. Or the name of the beast. What is the name of the system? We don't know, because the United States has to suffer first a mortal wound. We don't know. I don't know. The symbolic bird may become the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's more than likely. That's what it's going to be. If I could bet, it would be that. So whatever the name of the beast, the mark of the beast, okay? The mark of the system, the new system that comes online, or the number of his name. And this leads us into our substantial discussion here. We're going to come right back to that. That's the point. This is going to be the point that we're going to take this home with. Listen, or the number of his name. What are you talking about? What do you mean the number of his name? Is this gematria? What are they talking about the number? Okay, we're going to get there. Let me just say it like this. There is a paradigm shift and a transition from the natural into the supernatural or artificial. Meaning that which is natural will go bye-bye. That's what is happening. That is the end goal of the elitist, of all of the aristocratic families from time immemorial to present day into the future. The whole goal is to become gods and to live eternally. And they found a way to do it. That's all this is about. Forget about all the politics you're watching on TV today, because that's all a distraction away from the ultimate goal of these bloodlines that have made themselves out to be the Elohim, sons of God. They have taken your place. You once ruled yourself. And then governments came along And now someone else rules over you. You were the Elohim. All right. So this is what we're going to come back to, or the number of his name. Let me just read this. Here is wisdom. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding, him, I got it for you. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. I'm going to prove to you, I have this understanding right here, this occultic information, this esoteric information. Today, I'm going to prove that I have it. I'm your Huckleberry. I have the understanding, and I'm going to count the number of the beast in your hearing and in your visualization. Listen, this is wisdom. It's very wise. You see, I won't bother you. Okay, here is wisdom. For it is, what is, so understand, count the number of the beast. So let's do it. Let's count the number of the beast. For it, what is? The number of the beast is the number of a man. What is the number of a man? Let's take a look. Has anybody ever heard of the word carbon? Let me share with you. Carbon. Let's calculate the number of the beast. Let's do this. Let me find a reputable source real quick before I pull it up for you. I'll just, while we're waiting, I will just tell you that carbon is made of 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. 6, 6, 6. And what does the scripture say, the mark of the beast? Let's see, where are we at? I lost my place. What does it say? The number of a man, and his number is 600, 6, meaning 6, 6, 6. Carbon is, what's its molecular or its composition? 6 protons. There's the first 6. 6 electrons. There's the other 6, and 6 neutrons. 6, 6, 6. Now, watch this. Watch this. Watch me now. Let's calculate this thing. I got understanding. Let's calculate this thing. Carbon. What is, okay, here, carbon. Just so you know, I'm not blowing wind up your skirt. Here we go. What is carbon made up of? You see it? Carbon atoms comprise a nucleus of neutrons and 6 protons surrounded by 6 electrons. You see it for yourself. You need another one? Let's see. Let's find National Institute of Health. You believe them? Here you go. Carbon is a chemical element with symbol C and atomic number 6. Okay. Let's see. I thought it was going to give me the. It won't. Okay. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's see what Wikipedia says before we move forward. I want to make absolutely certain that you know and have confidence in the truths that I am speaking. Okay. Carbon, from Latin carbo, coal, is a chemical. Are y'all okay? Y'all seeing this? Okay. A chemical element. It has symbol C and atomic number 6. It is non-metallic and tetravalent, meaning that its atoms are able to form up to 4 covalent bonds due to its valence shell. That's not okay. Let's get more. Where are you at? Well, carbon is the 15th most abundant element in Earth's crust and the 4th most abundant element in the universe by mass after, blah, blah, blah. Its unique diversity of organic, natural compounds and its usual ability to form polymers at the temperatures commonly encountered on Earth enables this element to serve as a common element of all known life. Look, it is the second most abundant element in the human body by mass after oxygen. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You know where I'm headed? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So anyway, but I wanted to show you exactly. Hold on. The 666 part. I wanted to prove that to you. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let me see if I can put it this way. Hey, I lost my feed. Stay with me one moment. We got to do this. I don't want any naysayers to be able to say, "Oh, you're reaching." Okay. Carbon. All right. I just looked this up yesterday. Okay. Structure of carbon. Let's see if that works. Let's see if this works. Let me share it. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Trust me. 666. We're looking at the mark of the beast. It says it's 6 and 3 score 6, meaning 666. I'm contending that that is the structure of carbon, which is 666, 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. Why is that important? You're about to see. Carbon has a hexagonal crystal structure, but can form many different structures called allotropes due to its. Okay, let's keep going. Come on now. Give me what I'm looking for. Give me what I'm looking for. Come on now. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, American Museum of Natural History. Right here. You see it. So we can move forward. What is the atomic structure? That's what I should have said. The atomic structure of carbon. That means a carbon atom has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Now, I didn't make that up. You see it for yourself, right? There we go. All right, we can move forward. Revelation says, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it, the number of the beast, is the number of a man, and man's number," it's saying, "is carbon. 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons." How do we know that that's true? We'll do this. Watch this. Are humans carbon-based life forms? Survey says yes. Let's look at the source. The source is, it was there. Well, the answer is yes. Humans are carbon-based life forms. 666. 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. Carbon is a key component of the human body. Now, we are making the distinction between the artificial, the antichrist, that which is against the nature, the natural, the legal persons, artificial persons, in contrast and distinguishable from, did I say legal entities? Legal entities, which are not, wait a minute. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so we're making a distinction between artificial and natural, humans and legal persons, right? That's what we're doing. And we're seeing here that humans are carbon-based life forms. That is their organic, natural status and state, their condition. Okay? 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. That is the, it said here is the mark of the beast. Let me get back. It's the number, of the system. It's the number of a man. Now, why is this important? 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 Because it's going to come a point when this new phoenix rising from the ashes comes on the scene that Israel is going to necessitate and cause the rest of the world to revere, to go after the new system, which is the phoenix rising from the ashes. And then it's going to cause the earth, the world, the inhabitants to take the mark of the beast. Okay? Now, there's a word play. There's a game that's even now being played because let me ask you this question. Now that we know what humans are made of, what is paper made of? You'll understand in a moment. What is paper made out of? Give me one moment. Watch this. This is going to be banger right here. Watch this. Watch this. I queried and asked the digital god known as the computer. Watch this. Is paper made of carbon? Why am I asking that, you might ask? Yes, paper can be made from carbon as well as other materials like cellulose, cotton, and flax. Carbon. Okay, obviously you have carbon paper. That's not what. Paper indeed contains carbon. Paper is made from wood, which is naturally high in cellulose, a molecule that contains carbon atoms, just like your body does as a human. Let me tell you, what is Antichrist? Antichrist is against nature. It's where man mimics what is natural and creates his or her own after the order of the natural. In other words, natural creates human beings. We're going to create legal persons, artificial persons of law. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? These are merely entities created on paper. They are made out of the carbon, just like you are carbon. See, man is merely mimicking the natural order. But man does not stop there. They always want to do more, go bigger, last longer, fly higher. They want to become God themselves at all costs, even to replace the natural. That is what is going on here, because these legal persons, artificial persons, exist on paper. And paper indeed contains carbon, just like your body. Terry Camp's getting it. Joking. I don't laugh like that. Damn Skippy. Fire. Fire. Yeah, straw men. Paper men. This is what they're doing. Terry Camp says 777. I feel myself getting stronger. Do you see what's going on here? This is the artificial side of things. So man has essentially said, oh, yeah, there's human. We'll recognize your natural rights for a little while. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they created this political sphere, this political realm, these legal and artificial persons, because they wanted to have eternal life. They got sick of waiting on an alien or Jesus Christ to come back or whatever kind of ideologies were out there. And they said, well, we need to find the what is it called? The fountain of youth. Why can't we live for eternity? Why can't we live forever? So man naturally just started going to the wheels and to the what do they call it? Going to the drawing board and start coming up with all their different constructs. That's what they did. They started coming up with all kinds of constructs. How can we control the indigenous? How can we dominate and take over the world? That's the human condition. Never satisfied. Always want to go faster, stay longer, jump higher, run faster, et cetera, et cetera. Always. We're never satisfied with nature. Listen. And so Israel is going to cause the rest of the world to go after and take the mark. It is the number of a man. Man's number is 666, 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons. That is the man's number. The number of a man. How is man numbered? We are known as by those elements, those of the atomic table and all that kind of stuff. That's what composes us, in other words. Okay, so that mark of the beast, that number that Israel is going to cause the world to take, is essentially co-opting. What's that word? Essentially, like colonization. It's usurpation of the natural. Who are the natural indigenous? Not any longer. We're here now. We have the biggest military. You see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? So they're going to do the same thing with this new mark of this new system, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Israel's going to lead the rest of the world right into the hands of the phoenix, who rises from the ashes after having a mortal wound by war during wartime to the United States. Okay. And so then what they're saying is the mark of the beast, this artificial construct, is going to be after the order of the element of a human being, which is carbon, which is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. It's going to be something that is anti-Christ, against the chosen one, which the chosen one is you, one of billions of sperm cells. And you are carbon, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. It's going to try to mimic you. And what they've come up with thus far is an artificial legal person that essentially affords us a type of legal immortality. And transhumanism is at the doorway, waiting for its opportunity to rear its head. Neuralink and merging the carbon human, with the digital, with the artificial. That's the end game. That's what this whole thing is all about. You heard it here first. I think that's enough. I mean, what more can I say? I mean, that was heavy. That was heavy. What more can I say? If you appreciate this information, feel free to use that thing scrolling across the bottom right there. Donate to our Cash App, $ American Consulate. If you want it to keep going, I mean, if this, what have we just afforded you just now? Come on now. Really? Yeah, you. I'm looking at you. Yes, you. Terry Camp says, drop 5B. Drop 5B. What does that mean? I'm not even sure. I'm sure it's something good coming from you, Terry. Anyhow, show your love, show your support. Make me feel good about the 2 hours and 36 minutes I sat here. And regardless of, in spite of everything that I've been going through, I don't have to divulge that to you. You know, we all going through a little bit. But is this worth $5 to you? To make me feel a little good today? Is it worth it? Can I go buy a steak on you today? I did my work. Anyhow, I appreciate you all for being here. You are my supporters. You are my backbone. I know that 80 or more other people are going to be watching this soon, but you are my foundation, and I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly. All right, I joke around a lot, but I don't take that lightly. I really appreciate you all. My mouth is tired. I got to go eat. I didn't eat breakfast yet. But anyways, this is what it's about. Do I need to do a summation? Do we need to do a summary of everything? Or y'all got it? Or what? We started with, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, let's do it. Make sure that you are here on time next week. I'm not talking to y'all, my faithful few. I'm talking to others who will come in on the end of this, who feel like, you know, it's not necessary to show love and support by hitting that thumbs up button. It takes you, 1 second. I will say this before I go any further. I will say this. I have been guilty myself of watching videos and being so intrigued with the information that I just forget. But let that not be an excuse to you now. In fact, let's have a moment of silence for all the algorithms and the trolls that cease to exist by your checking of that like button right now. Let's put them all to rest. How about that? Let's just take a few seconds and take that time. So you can't say I forgot. You can't say, oh, I was so intrigued in the information that I didn't take the time to hit the thumbs up button. Could you do that for me right now? I'll take a swig of this and then we'll move on. Lagunitas. We all good? Thank you. That's all I can ask for. Wasn't that painful, was it? Okay, so let's do a summary, even though Joseph says that he's got it. I feel like, I don't like to do a half job. I put it in. So we started off real quick, and then we're going to get out of here. We started off with blasphemy. Because Revelations spoke about the blasphemy that would happen against the natural. Revelations chapter 13, where were we? Verse 6 or something like that. Blasphemy. And blasphemy is a great disrespect shown to God. I contend and have asserted and do claim that the artificial has shown great disrespect towards the natural and natural law, making slaves out of humanity and enslaving them and binding them and conflating them with artificial persons and legal entities. Not discounting the effectivity, if used properly and in the right way, of the state and the governments. But I don't contend that's what's happening. I think there's a contrived and willful obfuscation of the truth behind these artificial persons, which we've uncovered here at KnowledgeWell Media, through the likes of William Blackstone. All right. But I don't think, I think that they're okay with you not knowing that, because that is the only way you can really be enslaved. Later for that. So that is blasphemy against the natural order. Okay, that's what it is. So we started there. Then we went on. Let me see here. And disclosed the mortal wound that would be suffered by the United States, what is known as now as the United States. I contend that the United States is going to cease to exist in the current form. I'm not saying that it, I'm saying that according to the prophecy, or so-called prophecy, the history, that is Revelations chapter 13, verse 16, I think it was. Or we started at verse 1 and went all the way through. But, it will become the phoenix rising from the ashes, is what I'm saying. And it will have a new image. And that new image, I believe, will be the phoenix instead of the eagle. Because it appears that what we now know as the United States will be no more. I'm just going to put it like that. Okay? And so there will be a new image. And yes, the destruction will be by way of the sword, meaning war. Someone's going to bring it to us. And if you're familiar with the Zondervan Study Bible, it talks about the kings of the East marshaling, I believe it was a 200 million man army, who will come across the Euphrates River and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so it's going to be very bad. It's going to be very dark. Okay. That's what it's going to be. Prepare. I'm just saying, prepare. It's not, this is not a drill. Prepare. Do not run panicking and causing a stampede and running over your brothers and your sisters, because you're going to need them. And I will also go out there and say this. Start cutting off those you don't trust and start finding those that you do trust. That will be golden in the near future. And I'm talking about the near future. All right. So we talked about that Israel will become essentially the crutch for the fallen United States and will help to establish its new image, and will also cause and lead the world into taking the mark, okay, in allegiance. Because right now, the world is still kind of segmented, where people have their own cultures and nation states and all that kind of stuff. But that's going bye-bye. We're talking about a one world government. And guess who's going to be leading it? Yeah, I said it. Watch what I tell you. The younger brother and the second youngest brother, Israel and the United States. It's all being cooked. It's all being made. Billions and billions every year are exchanging between the United States and Israel. What do you think they're storing up for? I have exorcised the demon. All right. So that's what's coming. And I say that it is upon us. So you have time, but you don't have much. This election season should be indicative to you of what time it is. The rise and fall of the Hollywood's elite should be indicative of what time it is. The situation at Buckingham Palace and all that kind of stuff should be indicative of what time it is. The atmosphere, dare I say, the skies, the sun. Yeah, you're all reporting on it. You see what's going on. We are in a completely different realm. All of this should be indicative of the time that we are in. like never before. All these earthquakes. Are you hearing about all these earthquakes? Even here, we don't have earthquakes in Wisconsin. Yeah, supposedly Illinois, our neighbor, was just hit by something. I mean, it wasn't, 6 point nothing. It was, but yeah, I mean, people, wait, was it in a city here in Wisconsin? I don't know. Look it up. Recently. And it's an uptick. And all the other weather patterns and all this kind of stuff, something's different. You can feel it in you. You feel it in your body. Something is different. Something has changed. Yeah, we're setting up for the one world government. It's going to be a contrived. Yeah, it was Kenosha. I told you. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Booyah. Huh? Earthquake. We don't have earthquakes in Wisconsin. Wake up, y'all. Wake up. Yeah, Kenosha, Wisconsin had an earthquake. This was just last week? I'm telling y'all. What time is it? Do you know what time it is? Get prepared. So we also discussed 3 weeks ago. Okay. You're saying 3 weeks ago? Earthquake, Kenosha, Wisconsin, 3 weeks ago. Okay. So we also lastly discussed the atomic structure of carbon, of which humans are based. Not only are humans, but the contrived and constructed alternative to the natural human, the paper person, and the legal artificial persons, which are merely in existence by paper. Huh? It's a mockery. It's an antichrist. The system has replaced humanity. The system has said we will live forever in one way or another, and we figured it out. We will disobey and defy the natural order, the natural laws. We will do away with it, utterly destroy it, and we will ascend as the creators. That's what we have done. That's what the aristocracy, that's what the elitists aspired to do and have now accomplished. Read the Citizens United case, and you'll see the sentiment of most of humanity saying legal entities, artificial persons, and corporations should not have rights of humanity. And guess what? It did nothing. The Supreme Court has upheld it time and time again. Citizens United is the name of the case. Read it, and you'll see exactly what's going on. You'll see exactly what their agenda is. Oh, and let's not forget Mr. Al Gore in his movement, his carbon footprint movement. What is it called? Global warming. What is it really about? You're the carbon. If you're trying to reduce the carbon footprint, and there's what, 6 billion carbon humans? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like that, y'all. That's how we do it over here. All right. With that being said, I think it's time. If they allow this one to stay up, I'd be very surprised, honestly. So if you can save it, save it. I'll try to myself. Whatever. I got to figure this mic out, and I will at some point. I'll make some time to do it. But I appreciate you all for being here and your support. And hopefully you will take these teachings to heart. Please prepare. in whatever way you choose. But, you know, food, water, barterability. So stocking like silver coins is a great idea. Okay. I don't give advice, but I like to educate. If you have any questions, now is the time to get them in, or forever hold your peace. I'll take a couple questions if you want to before I get off of here. Otherwise, we'll be back here next week if the universe says the same. If we have not suffered that mortal wound. Terry Camp says, thanks for all you do. I appreciate your appreciation. Thank you very much. I'll keep doing it as long as you support me. All right. Cash App scrolling across the bottom of the screen. What else I got for you? Don't forget that nothing here is intended to be legal advice, nor should it be construed to be legal advice. If you need legal advice, seek yourself a competent attorney. Please be advised. Also, if you'd like to support by picking up products from our Square site, there is the link. KnowledgeWell-media.square.site. I feel like we covered a lot of ground. A lot of ground today. Looking at the comment section. Wanda Noel says 777. I feel myself getting stronger. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you as well. All right. And BB Productions is putting the Square site link in the comment section. There it is on the screen as well. As well as our Patreon. I have not started that up yet, but there is content over there. There should be a significant amount that can wet your whistle, and we will be starting up. You know, the things that we're disclosing. Eventually, we know how it gets, right? So there will come a time to converge upon our Patreon, which is more of a private setting. And then we can speak liberally. So be aware. All right. Yep. Archive content is still available over at our Patreon. All right. So make sure you get on over there and become a member. All right. What else we got? Is that it? I think that's enough. Everybody be well, and we'll see you next week, if not before, Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Share with somebody else. This is important information. These are important times. Prepare yourself for the mortal wound to come. And now, you've been made free. The question is, what are you going to do with it? We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site. Here are a few other items in demand on our Square site. The Person Defined series, a 9-part video lecture series, comprehensively outlining the scheme to artfully deceive mankind into trading away his birthright, his natural liberties, and inherent rights. Pre-orders for The Yellow Bricks of Emerald, the first edition, offered presently as an ebook only. This book comprehensively uncovers the legal schemes, past, present, and future, of the elite powers and the U.S., subjecting American citizens to servitude and allegiance due to their own ignorance. The KnowledgeWell Video Lecture Series Trust Course, a comprehensive lecture series educating on the history, effects, and administration of the wealth-preserving, asset-protecting, private commercial entity known as a trust. Plus, we have our very own template and instructions to help you set up yours. And, coming soon, our apparel and product store for all things KnowledgeWell, including shirts, hats, jackets, cups, bumper stickers, and more. For all this and much, much more, as well as for any questions or comments, email to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com or go to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site. And now, you've been made free. What are you going to do with it?